guys, Lita here from Art with Lita. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about intuitive color choices, freehand sketching, and emotional expression in your paintings. This process is about freedom and personal connection rather than having a product that is perfect when you're finished with it. Now, the reference photo I chose for this painting is a photo of a Mustang that was captured when he was young. He was underweight, and the lady that got him brought him back to full health and just turned him into an absolutely gorgeous boy. And the thought that came to my mind was perseverance. As I was painting this boy, he probably saw unimaginable hardships as a wild Mustang out on the range, but he persevered. He made it. No, he wasn't in the best of conditions. He was, rather skinny and probably had all kinds of problems going on, but he made it. He was able to make it through. For this painting, I am using my Stillman and Birn sketchbook, my Japanese watercolor, and my creative Mimik watercolor brush. I think that's what it is. I'll have all the materials written in the description for you. Now, the sketch for this was done freehand. I have nothing against people that trace because I did it myself for many years, but I believe that doing something freehand allows you to have much more artistic freedom over your end product. It brings a lot more creativity to the sketch and more of a looseness that just isn't there when you do trace. A lot of times tracing something can lead to a sketch that is just kind of stiff. And when it comes to intuitive painting, like I'm doing here, that is something that I want to avoid at all costs. Now, what is intuitive painting? What is intuitive color choice? Basically, you are choosing colors based on what you feel in that split moment. You're not planning things out. You're not thinking things through and creating palettes beforehand. You're not making plans. You are literally going in with whatever your emotions are telling you to do in that moment in time. It doesn't matter if it makes sense. It doesn't matter if it's realistic or not. You are doing what feels right. And this is a way that you can do paintings and just have them reflect exactly what's going on emotionally. As you can see, this horse here, he has a bright pink muzzle. He has pinks and reds going on in his color. He has blue around his eyes and around his mouth. These colors were all chosen intuitively. Basically, these colors were all chosen intuitively. When working this way, you do want to work very fast, very quickly, because our brains are always trying to analyze things and pick the absolute best color anyways. And by working quickly, we're able to kind of get around that and not, basically you're trying to work fast enough so that your brain doesn't catch up to you, so that you're choosing colors only based on emotion. You see how in his neck there, how I'm starting to have little blooms of color as the red mixes into the green? Many people would look at that and say that that is a mistake. But in this type of painting, we want happy little accidents like that. Things like that, they lead to a uniqueness in your painting that wouldn't be there otherwise. I didn't intentionally bring those colors together to touch, but now that they have, and looking at the painting the way it is, I'm glad it happened because it adds an energy and a uniqueness to what I have on my paper. When it comes to intuitive painting, you want to keep your brush strokes large and wet and juicy. You don't want to go in with really tight details and everything. The whole point is that you have something that is expressive and loose and flowing. The moment you try to start adding tiny little details, the painting will become stiff and it'll no longer reflect that intuitive emotion that you're trying to convey. Now, I have been drawing horses since I was a young child. They are my spirit animal, I guess you could say. I always turn to them whenever I want to paint something loose and flowy and full of color. And they always reflect something that's going on in my own life. And as I said before, in this case, it's perseverance. You know, this horse, this Mustang, he went through a lot in his life, but you know what? He's still standing, he's still kicking, he's still going forward. And I'd say that reflects my own life. We travel a lot every year, and I've been through a lot. And I'm still here by God's grace. The Lord has been with me every step of the way, and He's helped me to get through it and be strong, and I'm ready for another year and for whatever comes at me. And you know, the Lord can be there for you too. He can help you too. Be strong. Don't let yourself be discouraged. Turn to the Lord for help, and He'll be there for you. He loves you, and He wants to be there for you. In any painting you do want to have an area of focus, and that's where you're going to be adding your detail. Usually when you're dealing with animals, your area of focus is probably going to be the eye. So I do go in with some darker colors, and I try to add more definition just to the eyes. I also added a little bit more definition to his muzzle. But I want the first thing the viewer sees, I want it to be that big, beautiful eye in that face. And so I'm really taking my time, and I'm trying to make it look really nice. He had this white, bald face and this blue eye, this glass blue eye, and it was just incredible. And that's something that I did want to reflect in the painting. One of my favorite erasers is the Tombow Mono Zero eraser. That's what I use just about more than anything anymore. I did have a kneaded eraser, but I lost it, and I've just been too lazy to get another one. But this Tombow Mono has been really nice. It's a very sleek, slim design, so it doesn't take up much space while I'm traveling. And I can really get in there and just erase very fine areas. There I'm going in with an acrylic pen, an acrylic paint pen, so that I can add the shine in his eyes. Whenever you're doing an animal, always add some shine to the eyes. It really does just bring the whole painting to life. And always add a signature. I'm also including the date in the corner there, so that I can always remember when exactly I made this painting. Anyways, that's all for now. Lita out.